the level up within that company because I got a master's degree, right? And I think that's kind of like, that's kind of like the direction that I'm heading towards now is like looking for a company. It doesn't matter if like what position I am. It's just a matter of what company that that aligns with and that I could grow and then they could value me and what I and my skills and my history, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's facts. I feel that, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like as long as you go in there, bro, and like you learning and you building, like, and you getting paid, bro, that's fire, bro. Like, because I've been thinking about it, bro. Right now, marketing is like, I would say, like the most valuable skill on the internet, damn near. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is like super super sauce, man. Like, what's it does that, like, a lot of people can build stuff, but like, can you market it though? You know what I mean? So like that's the thing I've been learning too, kind of just brute force. You know what I'm saying? Kind of just figuring it out. It's pretty fun too, like experimenting with new stuffs, new ideas, etc., etc. I want to get into your clipping channel, but before we do that, let's say what's good to my G Steve Strange, Steve in the building, man. What's good with you, dog?
It's all good. Hurricane, what's up, Louis? What's going on, man? Yeah, I was surprised to see I got a couple of songs in the queue to my surprise, but
Let's get it.
yeah, it's definitely gonna just again spread that the type of genres, the type of music that's capable of being represented on this platform. So yeah, Louis, I mean, I like the awareness that you're bringing, on how we represent ourselves and what our presence looks like, a social, online, digital footprint. All those apply to how the direction that we're moving in, and that's a lot what I'm looking at too. How we represent ourselves, all the different ways, and having said that, there's a lot of different ways. There's so many. That's why everybody uses the LinkedIn platform. Websites like Linktree and everything, and because we got to find a way to bring it all together, especially we got multi-talents, multi-interests, multi-capabilities, all these technical skills, and to represent that experience. And so that's, I think, something that I look at very strongly, as far as the websites and tools and apps that we have, which is which is what I've been trying to wrap my mind around, especially when we try to put a strategy together, like an artist model strategy on, what kind of path to take, what direction to make, and, how we're going to build this thing, how we up our game. So whenever I look at, certain platforms, I've kind of narrowed it down to a few. I talk about ICP every now and then. I was supposed to get with Zal yesterday. We were both so busy because we want to go over, that ecosystem to find out more about it. Hurricane, especially, on looking at alternatives about, what to do with it, with that technology and ecosystem and what it could mean in the long run. But aside from that, the other platform I'm looking at is it's a universal profile. So I posted it in the chat bubble, and it's on the Luxo network. So the Luxo is like a blockchain that it's been around for a while, and then the developers went back in, into their huddle, looked more deeply into it to put this platform out there that we could use. And so I came back and found that they had released it, I think, this past year, so it's pretty new. And it's interesting for me to refer to it like it's on the Luxo network, because if we think about it, look at all the chains that we're going to be operating on. The lingo is still being adopted in the public, on how who's going to be using what blockchain, or what token, this and that. But I think the verbiage that's more familiar, is to think about like what the network is, rather than putting this in the crypto terminology. It's just kind of put it in a more relatable means that people are used to when they use the internet. And so on the Luxo network, they have this platform that's called Universal Profiles. And what I see in there is just a lot of different ways to plug in. Like it can plug in apps, it can plug in links, it can plug in. I got WaveWarZ set up in my profile, so I got it set up in there. And when I create a storefront, I'll be able to plug it in there too. So when all I got to do, if I want to represent myself, is pass along that link to my profile, and it shows everything that I'm working on, everything that I've created, everything that I'm kind of representing. And so this is just an example that I'm trying out to see if it's effective or how easy it is. It's a learning curve, no doubt. We got to learn how to use it. Just trying it out to see what works, because, the link in bio, everybody uses the link in bio. And I never agreed with that. It's simple, you can scroll down, but I never agreed that they would charge, for services that they don't really do a whole lot of. It's mostly on us anyways. And so, as an artist, there's not any way to get creative. It's so minimal. That's one of the reasons why I never liked it, because there's no way to show our creation other than to go into all these links and to go into the website that, depending on how we set up that link in bio. But with this universal profile, you can just scroll and just kind of see everything represented visually right up front, so it gives you a pretty polished book cover. And then, once you start clicking into however you set it up, however we set it up, with our particular, creative talents or whatever it is, then we can interact and we can, see more detail, more under the hood, start opening some of the chapters. But yeah, I've been thinking a lot about how to market this thing, how to strengthen that game, and just what it's going to look like, in the near future and such.
Man. Definitely some sauce, bro. Yeah, I like a lot of there's actually a lot of these new link in bio platforms coming up. So the one you mentioned is cool. I'm glad you dropped it in the chat bubble below so I can check it out and see what's good with it. But I agree with you, bro. The presentation. Louis always talk about it too. The presentation is vital. You feel me? And I see my G Love, Understand, Inspire. Yo, definitely feel free to come if you want to come up. But yeah, bro, especially if there's a way to do it in kind of these decentralized mechanisms, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read about it. I'm gonna look into it. You feel me? Because the more, quote unquote free we are in that sense, I feel like it opens up more possibilities. And it's we're not gonna get rugged by such and such platform. But what's good, Steve?
So yeah, as far as the use of the usability, the user interface, what's interesting, another reason why I've singled out Luxo and ICP is because of the again, I think somebody mentioned the other day, the abstraction efforts, meaning how feasible is it for the average user to pick up on this right away. And what Luxo, but in the Luxo network, even though we got to open and create a wallet, when we open that wallet, we got to create a whole account and put all that together. But whenever we start interacting on the Luxo network, there are no transaction fees to the token that we need to own. So if we don't even own a Luxo token, we don't even need it, because they do this reverse gas fee model where all you're doing is just confirming, click yes or no. All you do is confirm the transaction. You're not having to pay a fee. They're doing a reverse model. So we don't have to go out and buy the token to be able to interact on the network, which is how the majority of blockchain has been operating. And so when you think about when these Web 2 users are going to be moving over to this Web 3 experience, that's a learning curve for them that they're not going to be, they're not going to sign on to right away. But what Luxo did was kind of make that in a more easy usability where you don't even need the token. You can still interact on the blockchain, but it completely interacts in a whole Web3 experience. You know what I mean? So it just transitions that Web 2 over right into Web 3 without people even knowing that they're using, this token technology.
Man, ICP need to be paying you, Steve Strange, bro. You need to be. We talking about Louis going to interviews, bro. You need to knock on their door and be like, "Yo, I'm putting folks on game, bro. Give me, cut me in, G. You feel me?" But yeah, bro, definitely cooking. Glad you dropped it in the bubble below, man. Definitely gonna check it out post space and see what's good with it. But yeah, bro, thank you for that. I did have a question for Louis though on what we were talking about earlier. Shout out to Quan, shout out to LTO. Love, understand, inspire in this thing, yo. Love, understand, inspire. You actually speaking, bro, or are you just acting like you on stage, like you? I don't know. Let me know. Okay, it looks like it's the latter. It looks like it's the latter. But it's all good, man. Louis, bro. So you said you grew a clipping page to 15K. Like, what's the sauce on that, bro? Like, what do you use? What was the psychologies? What was the methods, bro? That's extremely interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on social media for quite some while. So, like, what I learned so much, and I would love to share with you, of course. One thing that I musician, bro. Like, I think being a musician, I think musicians are the hardest thing to market. The hardest thing to market. Why? Because as a musician, like, I don't know. It's something about the content of being a musician. And I'm telling you this because I started to, like I said, I started to create other types of accounts. And I grew those accounts so easy compared to like my account. Like my account, I grew so like slowly, but surely. As a musician, I think. What's up, bro? You want to say something?
I thought you got rugged. I thought I got rugged. I don't know, but I can hear you now though.
I bet. Yeah. So it's just a matter of like grabbing people's attention, right? So as a musician, right, you need to like a lot of musicians. They don't initially start with an attention grabber. They'll just start with like the music, right? And a lot of music is good. A lot of music is good, but like some like a fucking like something that really creates that 10 out of 10 reaction, right? And in order to create that 10 out of 10 reaction, you need to have that kind of content, you know and to have that kind of content, it's know that there's so many contents out there that you got to understand that you have to be different too in order to have that wow factor. You can't just have like you can't be doing the same thing. It's like a pump. It was cool for a minute, it was hype for a minute. All right, people cut the hair, but how many people can cut the hair 20 times? Like, and then it becomes okay. All right, what's like So initially, right, those are the things that I'm learning, right? So musicians, while you can market them, it takes more work. It takes a lot more work. That's really what I learned. And if you love it, then you love it. You continue doing it. That's why it's important to love what you do, because some shit takes a lot of work and you don't even know. You don't even know until you actually do it. You actually get to the work, and or you could talk to somebody else. You could talk to people who've done it, right? But at the end of the day, right, the real experience comes when you learn it yourself, right? At least from my experience. So
Dang. G getting rugged on. There you go.
yo,
What's up? What's up?
now I'm getting phone calls out the shit right now, bro. But yeah, so I started and I told you I created a pet influencer account with my cat Luna. At first, to kind of honestly just to because I loved her, as a baby, as a kid, I wanted to kind of like document everything. And bro, like in 1 week, bro, just like in one, like a couple videos blew up on TikTok, and just okay, so just providing content daily. So like you need to when you're serious about something, you need to provide content daily. That's like the number one rule. Be here every fucking day if you're gonna be serious on social media. Just like you're gonna working on full time on on a job. That's exactly what you need to do. And yeah, it could possibly be 8 hours, 12 hours a day, depending. That's why the more you love it, the more you be here. Like you just be here naturally. Like you just check, like because you just love it. So obviously, like creating my pet Luna was easy for me. What I realized, what became a little bit harder for me, is managing multiple accounts. Right, that's what became a little bit harder for me. Is right having a high quality content for Louis, and then also having content for Luna. That became like a little bit tough for me because I had to prioritize which one. And if I did more on Luna, then I would minimize Louis. If I did more on Louis, then I would minimize. So it really became a balanced situation. And like I said, like at the end of the day, so Luna's account at the end of the day got banned, and I can tell you why. Like later on, right? Because I started doing, I started testing things. I started testing things, and TikTok, has rules. You get 3 strikes, and 3 strikes you're out. So, I also created, which is the 15K account right now. It's a clip account. So what I learned specifically, like just from all this is my latest account. This is the account. I mean, I also have a political account as well too. That I grew to 5K, I believe it's still on. But the thing is, I'm not active on it too much, just because, to be honest, I gotta watch a lot of news. And like I said, this is why it's important to love what you do, because I'm not a political person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that political, even though I'm starting to understand the importance of politicals, and I'm starting to gain the value, and I'm actually interested. But there's so many things that I do that So I created also a political account that blew up. Posted Bernie Sanders, Trump, got 100,000s of likes, videos, got views, comments. But like I said, consistency is key. If at the moment you stop, is the moment that you stop the algorithm. The algorithm chooses someone who's more consistent than you. That's really the bottom of it, right? So this other account. So I created 3 accounts, by the way, three last accounts. It was the political account. My account got banned. My previous account got banned, which I got over like 2K. It was the same reason for for my pet Lunas, because like I told you, I started to test new things. So I created that. So I created a new account for me. So I'm right now I have like 3 backup accounts on TikTok, just in case like one gets banned. So now I have, and I'm gonna tell you how I got banned, because this method worked actually, and it's just the thing is, you have to know how to do it. You might have to have the resources, but maybe we can create something, since we're into the technology, that might bypass it, right? But it goes against TikTok, by the way, right? So, so then I created these accounts specifically. I started to learn more about how social media works, and if you don't know already, right? You have to be niched. Even I learned so much even on X, right? Having this crypto account, because this Louis Crypto God Louis is a crypto account. It's a Web3 account. Like in my algorithm, I only see Web3 shit. I only see crypto shit. I don't see any other shit. Why? Because I don't like any other shit besides crypto. Like so, and the moment that you start going off other rails, other interests, you start to fuck up the algorithm. Right now, there's 2 algorithms. There's the algorithm in which you post, and then there's the algorithm in which you see. Right? And I'm not sure if that's on X, but I know that's on TikTok. Right? So I created 3 accounts, and I started to focus. These accounts are very niche specific. Like I told you, one's very political. The 15 account that I'm still actually using right now, that I actually use this to market my music. It's a funny account. It's called, if you guys want to go check it out, it's called Tickle Me Clips. Right? I never told nobody, by the way. So you guys are the first people exclusively that I'm telling you right now. I've never shared this to nobody. Look, like nobody knows that Louis owns that account. But you figure it out, because you have, like, my music is there. Like, if you know me, like you like, oh, okay, this could be Louis' account, because like you hear my music there. You just won't know. So you guys are, don't tell nobody. You guys are, even though it's recorded, people, alignment, bro. People who hear this, they'll hear it, But so I created, Tickle Me Clips on TikTok, and this account is obviously, as for the name, it's a funny name. It's a funny account. It's made for comedy. right? In the beginning, I tried a couple things. I tried to clip clips shit that I like to see, by the way, right? Because what's number one rule? Stay close to your heart. If you're not close to your heart, it's gonna be tough to be consistent, bro. It's gonna be tough. Like, trust me, like it's it doesn't work. Like, I mean, it could work if you have maybe the discipline, right? Because like, all right, maybe you don't need to be close to your heart, but you need to have some discipline, right? To stay consistent into something that you're not really interested in, right? So I'm not saying that it won't work. You just need the will. Where there's will, there's power. So um so I created this funny account. I started streaming. First of all, like, I like to watch, like, sometimes, like, Kai Cenat's. I like to watch, like, Ice Speed. Not too much, by the way. It's only on TikTok. Like, I only see those clips on TikTok. Like, I don't go on YouTube and actually watch their shit, like, and so because I like their shit on TikTok, I was like, okay. And by the way, this was an idea, plans that I had like a year, 2 years, 3 years ago. I just never done because I'm doing so much, right? So, so I was like, you know what? I was like, but then this year, obviously, I just did it because I graduated. I had more time. I started to focus more on the shit that I can actually, So that's the good thing about graduating and not having like really a career job specifically, right? Is that you can focus on yourself. And what I'm building right now can really, I'm honestly excited. I'm not like I said, I'm not like sad. I'm not embarrassed that I don't, that I can't find a job after graduation with my master's degree, which initially that was a plan. The plan was to fucking graduate, get a fucking career, and then go crazy, stack up, and then invest, make some quick, like, after the 4 or 5 years that I've been here, I feel confident, but I need to have some income coming in. I need to have some money coming in in order for me to invest, because I can't invest my investment money in, because at the end of the day, the truth is that we don't win 100%, but the wins that we win make up for the losses. Right. But sometimes the market switches, there's cycles, and there's new things that I'm still learning. So, understand that you have foundations, but you can't go completely zero. So, that's why initially, like, I'm in this situation where, like, all right, what do I have to do? Like, what I'm saying? Do I have to find something like an income? What can I do to have some side money coming in so I can, continue to invest and, continue this money cycle, this money, creating machine that this model that I have, but I need to have money consistently coming in. Right. So that's why I'm what I'm saying, like, money doesn't control me, but at the end of the day, like, money is what we need to survive. And in order for my kids to survive, in order for my kids not to be controlled by money, I need to try to, we need to be the people for our generation to follow. So I kind of got off the rails a little bit, but the TikTok, so consistently I started posting. I started watching. So the Ice Spice show, the Drewski, Kai Cenat, but those shits were weak for me. Even though I have friends, but the good thing about this is I started to network with other accounts as well too, the other clippers that also they're also starting from the bottom, and they're doing great, by the way, clipping whatever they love to clip. Right. And by the way, like, I tried to clip like the Drewski, but the thing is about I'm not. I guess maybe I'm not as consistent because I don't consistently watch this shit. And like, in order for you to like be like like have content, you need to watch this shit. You need to go to YouTube and you need to watch this shit like almost 24/7 type shit to find a clip. Right. And that's not what I do. I don't watch this shit. So like, I had to like pivot. I had to pivot into shit that I actually watch. And so, like, initially, if you go to it, it's really focused on this a comedy show. It's a comedy stand-up show called Martin Amini. He's great. And at the end, he does some like love matchmaking, and people love that, bro. And I love that. I loved it first, and then I was like, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start clipping these, and that's really what took off, when one video got almost 2 million, 1.9, like that was like the peak. I stopped a little bit because I started focusing on other shit, but I'm still I'm posting weekly at least, right? And like my last video just got like 20K, views, like just like in an overday night, right? So it's just a matter of being consistent, but and also staying niche. I only post that same like the only same shit. I don't go off the rails. I only post that same related content. Now when I post other shit, I don't get as much. Like the algorithm doesn't read it as much. That's what I'm learning. Like I post my shit too, by the way, as you know, that's my account. So I post, I'm posting my videos and shit. It doesn't get that much reach as the videos that I usually post, because it's matter of like grabbing the people's attention that, and so if you look at my videos, not all the videos start like that, because sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, like I just like just the introduction of it. But if I really focus on the effectivity of it, right, you see, like, each video starts with like something funny immediately. Not all of them, by the way. There's like the 2-3 second attention grabber, like I told you, Hurricane. You should, like, your first 3 seconds should not be like, yo, what's popping, gang? This is like that, right? You already wasted already 3 seconds of people's attention that people don't want to hear. Like, people don't want to hear, yo, what's goody, fam? What's up, bro? Yo, that right there. I realize, unless you're already a brand that already built up, you're not gonna be grabbing people's attention. That's what you need to have, something that's really, I'm building the best platform right now. Like, immediately. Like, like you just posted a video today. That's better, but the first 5 seconds, no good, Brody. No good. Why? Because you're still saying, yo, I'm day 7, I'm building WaveWarZ. Then you said the music platform, something like that, the best music platform. You wasted. So you need to have that backwards. You need to first start out with the best music platform is now coming to 2026. Something like that. That immediately be like, what? Like, okay, let me see this. Like, people's gonna be like, okay, let me just stay for another 2-3 seconds. Now, those 2-3 seconds, you also have to apply value. So so if you look at the videos that I created, bro, they're funny, they're emotional, they're addicting, and you want to stay to the end. Like, and I realized about the videos that I posted. So, those are the things that I've learned, bro, and so, we're at 15K, trying to get to 20K on TikTok specifically. That's the goal. But, really, it's just a matter of just being consistent. The more consistent I am, the bigger it blows up. So it's, and I put my time, my attention so much, I still have to realize, like, maybe if I put it, maybe it'll be worth it, but I also have to do a whole bunch of other shit too. That I have to kind of have balance, so I try to find those time. But yeah, hopefully that answers your TikTok question for for my latest accounts.
Absolute sauce, man. Shout out to Louis, bro. He's really breaking it down. Like, yo, thank you for that. And thank you for the diagnoses of my last clip, bro. Because yeah, a G out here experimenting, just like you said. Shout out to my G Stilo. Definitely feel free to come up if you want to come up. But it leads me to the question, man, like, of the one that you were just talking about that blew up the most. Like, what was the hook? What was the, like, could you break that down for us? I know we don't got the video with us right now, but like, if you could break that down for us, bro, I think it would help a lot. Cause like, I agree with you on the hook thing, and like, I've been looking like, yo, should I use the same hook every time? Like, once I find a winning hook, you know what I'm saying? Or should I, keep experimenting with different hooks? Because I think, we do got some good storylines. I just need to get better at like explaining it in a way that's engaging to somebody who's never heard of WaveWarZ, who's never heard of us, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I've been working on, like perfecting. Is like, of course, the hook. Like, I don't think I've hit on the hooks yet, but also like just delivering the story in such a way that you automatically like emotionally invested. You know what I'm saying? As to what the heck is going on. You feel me? So I want to hear about this big clip that the one that got 2 million views, and like, you could like break it down. Like, what was the hook? What was the thing that kept folks, watching, etc., etc. And then we're gonna say what's up to Stilo.
Stilo.
Shout out Stilo.
Yeah, I mean, so the thing about it, bro, it's not just one thing, bro. It's not
Right.
just about the hook. You know, like, yeah, the hook is the starter, right? But when that video blew up to 2 million, bro, it came with, you know, posting daily, consistent for like, I don't really remember for how long. Maybe I think it took like a month, or no, not even a month. I remember that shit blew up in like 2-3 weeks. Like I could go back and get the data, data, of course. But I posted, bro, literally, bro. I did like 6 to 9 videos a day.
Damn.
Yes. Yeah, bro. I did 6 to 9 videos a day, daily, bro, because I realized that what I was doing was working. I realized that, you know, having these components, these, you know, the every factor that could kind of, you know, grab people's attention emotionally. People like to laugh. People love the love factor of, you know, of the video comments, of the video that I was, you know, posting. Like, there were so many emotional factors that grabbed people's attention. People wanted to stay to the end, and and then posting daily, like I said, 6 videos a day. That's why initially I slowed down, because it was a lot, you know? It was a lot. Like, it took a lot of my time. But because it was working, I was going crazy. Okay, so I remember why I stopped now. I stopped a bit. I slowed down a bit. The reason why I slowed down a bit was because they demonetized me. And the reason why they demonetized me on TikTok, because I was going for that monetization. And once they demonetized me, I kind of got demotivated a little bit, because I was like, wow, I was like, fuck, man. I was really hoping to really create something out of this. That's why I was going crazy. But they demonetized me because I was clipping. And originally last year or 2 years ago, they had allowed that. But this new policy that they had created like earlier this year was going against, like, if you don't have original content, then you're gonna get demonetized. And so a lot of clippers actually like went down because of that. But there's ways where you can bypass it. Like I told you, like you know, that's why my other accounts kind of got banned, because I started trying to bypass these certain things that I saw, that I was like, let me see, it's worth it. And honestly, fuck it, I was like, they banned me, I'll come back again. I was like, you know, we coming back again, bro. We creating a new email. Fuck that shit, bro. We trying new shit, you know. And at the end of the day, you know, you try new shit, you experiment, like, you know, like we talk about, and you get better at the end of the day. But yes, it wasn't just one component. It wasn't just like the hook. It was really everything. Like posting daily, 6 to 9, making sure that the videos, the niche is consistent. Everything is consistent, right? People and you know, people love to watch those same videos. Like, it's just obviously different people, different stage, different scenarios, but it's literally the same kind of, if you go to my account, you see it, you know? And so, yeah, so I think it's all of that factors. And eventually, because I was driving 6 to 9 videos a day, and each of them was hitting like 10K, at least 5K, like it was just a stack up after stack up after stack up after stack up after stack up. The algorithm was just going crazy. That one video just went boom. Even the dude, Martin Amin, the comedian, even reached out to me, bro. Like, that's how much. And bro, not just them. There's so many influencers that also, you know, saw the video, liked it, and I was like, yo, like, you know, it was definitely an experience for me, for sure. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question.
Absolute sauce, bro. Loving what you telling today. Shout out to my G Zor. I see him in the space. Stilo, we gotta say it was good to you, man. And you know, then we go continue the conversation. But dog, Louis been cooking this space. Yo, if y'all need to check the replay on this whole, if you missed, you know, what this guy been saying about how to essentially blow up on the internet. But yo, Stilo, what's the word, bro? Damn, don't tell me you fucking rug, brah. All right, we'll bring it back up. But yeah, we do got a quick battle we gonna do in a second. You know, stay tuned for that. Shout out to my G Steve Strange in the queue. What's up, Stilo? What's up?
Yo, dude. Louis, get the baby oil. I mean, the coconut oil out.
What the?
Because, damn. Boy, fucking chefing it up, huh?
I don't know about that one, bro. I don't know about that one, Stilo. But go ahead.
Baby oil, what?
Yeah. Definitely pause, bro.
Yeah, man, everyone's cooking. I love it. Steve's dropping tracks. Dropped another one today. He dropped a LLM podcast where like talks about all the stuff going on, and it's really cool to. I like the approach, you know, talking about like Snoop Dogg and like other artists, and also love that you posted it on there. I was wondering if you have it on YouTube. Notebook LM is really dope, you guys. You could like you know put a lot of things in there and could create a podcast for you where like two people are talking about you, and it's actually a really big consciousness shifter. You know, like hearing AI talking about you, and yeah, so highly recommend it. I have one on my YouTube, but yeah, I'm probably gonna make another one with all the updates and everything. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing good, man. Happy New Year 2026. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I'm pumped. It's pretty cool to see WaveWarZ on Instagram too. Been pretty dope. Louis, I gotta check your TikTok out. And it's pretty cool. You can go on TikTok live now without 1,000 followers. So
Yo, that's actually a whole nother thing I want to talk to y'all about. So I've been doing TikTok lives, bro. That shit is actually, speaking of TikTok monetization, that's the move, bro. Like I made like $40 in like 3 lives, bro. Like just
and that's how I got. You see, that's where the next story begins. Remember how I got my other accounts banned? I'll tell you in a minute. But
Okay.
go ahead, tell me. Let me pack my boat. Let me get this ready, and I'll tell you.
That's a bet. IG packing that hole. But yeah, dog. Yo, so I've been on TikTok live. I didn't really do it too much this week, but like it was like last week or 2 weeks ago. I went live for like 4 days in a row. And my shit was just growing and growing and growing. Folks was coming in and fucking donating and shit, throwing galaxies and all these, all these things. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing I know, I look at my account and it was like, yo, you got $40 in that bitch. And I was like, what the from what? You know what I'm saying? And apparently it was from the lives. And like when you on TikTok live, like the quote unquote tipping culture is mad different. Like it's like the same kind of space we doing here. Like once you give folks value, they'll like literally just tip you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like right there in the shit. Like it's like spaces on steroids because like it's also the visual component of it, etc., like where people like see you and can see your face. Everybody on stage can have their face out if they want to. You know what I'm saying? People randomly be joining and stuff. People can repost it and stuff. People are gifting and stuff. People have like gifting streaks and stuff. Like I like how TikTok designed their like streaming shit, bro. So me and Zal been talking on the back end about like how to start streaming quick battles, start having like a quick battles night, which we plan on having like tomorrow, New Year's night, by the way. We're gonna do like a quick battles night on stream. And I'm thinking like instead of like Twitch, like I would do it on like TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Cause like the TikTok live scene, bro, that shit is booming, bro. That shit is kind of booming. And like it made me like really think about reconsider, like, yo, should we be doing stuff on spaces or TikTok? Because a lot of the people that was here on X are now on TikTok. Like yesterday, I was in Bruce Banner space. I know y'all remember him. He was he's also in the X spaces, etc. And like, bruh, it was like pretty much damn near all of the retro crypto folks was in that hole. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the fuck? Like this where everybody been at, you feel me? But yeah, I feel you, Louis, because there is downsides too. Because like in my opinion, it's like you got to be on that shit for hours. There's no like reposting of posts and shit like you can do up here. There's no like jumbotron and shit. Like there's a lot of things that X does provide that TikTok doesn't provide. And then also it's like it kind of like Louis said, like if you're not there every day, because I was like, okay, let's see what happened when I take a break. After I went live for like 4 days straight, and then I went live, after like 3-4 days or whatever, and then boom, it's like all gone. You gotta like gain it all back again and shit. I'm like, God damn, bro, that shit is. I ain't trying to be on that hamster wheel, bro. But it's like at the end of the day, if you're able to grow over there, you can really do some things. But another aspect I was thinking of, because I was like doing some research as to like how a lot of these other streamers are blowing up, etc., etc. And like what they do is like they'll have a thing that they're creating or something. They have their main thing, but they also do these like things that just bring like attention. You know what I'm saying? Like things that are like, how do I explain this? Like that are just wired into human psychology that people is gonna watch it anyway, and then you kind of relate that to whatever you're doing and building, etc., etc. Instead of just straight up being like, "Yo, this is what we building," blah blah blah. It's definitely an art to it, but it's like, for example, like one way I can do this as an example. I saw this dude. I know people know about him, but Plague Boy Max. He had a stream or whatever, and their stream was like,
He's from my hometown, bro.
you said what?
He's actually from my home, well, not my hometown, but from the town that I went to high school.
Yeah,
Same
bro.
high school, technically.
Yeah, him and his team is cooking, bro. Like I like I like their creative direction. You know what I mean? Because
Well, right now, to be honest, I don't know if you followed it, but right now he's actually like in a lawsuit, or like he just broke up with his, because they owned his ass. So,
phase or whatever.
But we can talk about this after you.
Facts. I know what you're talking about though. Yeah, that's a whole nother rabbit holes and all type of shit. But yeah, dog. Either way, like I like their creative strategy because this stream that he did was him. They called it a chopped off, which is funny. And it was like these two dudes that are apparently, not conventionally attractive, to put it lightly. That's what they called it or whatever. And like they would essentially get on TikTok live and then essentially try to get these random girls on dates, right? And I was like, okay, that's an interesting concept. And I was like, huh, they had all these people watching this shit. I'm like, why? And it got me thinking. I was like, yo, why are people like so interested in this? And then it brings people to the brand of Plague Boy Max and everything that he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason I brought that example up is like that's not his main thing. You know what I mean? But like it brought in an audience, and then a portion of that audience, I'm sure, checked out his main thing. You know what I'm saying? His music, etc., etc. So like I started to think about that because like in a lot of our crypto spaces, a lot of things we do, like we really be saying the same shit. You know what I'm saying? We be talking to the same people. Like we need these things that like are kind of different from our regular scheduled programming that bring in new audiences that are entertaining to like other people. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you grow the audience. It's not just necessarily doing the same thing over and over again, but a lot of these streamers, that's what they do. They have these like little side shows, these little side ideas, you know what I'm saying, that they'll do once or twice that bring in the audience. And it opened up a whole new side of my brain because I'm like, yo, we got fucking fly ass homies and shit that we could do shit with. And I was like, yo, if we like got on stream and like just did like the whole purpose was entertain an audience that we haven't connected with yet, like I think that shit would be fire, bro. That shit would be like just pure entertainment, bro. Like on some funny shit, bro. Like let folks know who we are, etc., etc. Like kick it with us. You know what I'm saying? But like there's a lot of things we could do. I was thinking of like, yo, what if we, ran, because TikTok live is interesting in a sense that you can get on live with damn near anybody. You know what I'm saying? You can just join somebody random motherfuckers TikTok lives and just be in that hole. You feel me? Like as long as they accept your request. But a lot of times, especially if people that's quote unquote small or whatever, like they'll accept whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like and I was thinking like, yo, there's so much one could do with that, bro. Like we could do like pitching crypto to normies type shit. We could do what do you think about these songs to normies type shit? Like there's so many things we could do. You know what I mean? That just like are entertaining, can be clipped and like bring, create a funnel that all leads back to our main thing. In my case, it would be WaveWarZ, etc., etc. Like I was thinking of, what it would be dope to like do a little thing where we pitch WaveWarZ to random people, like absolute normies on TikTok, and just see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Especially artists. Like if we could get to like artists, TikTok, etc., etc. Talk to them. We could do some shit with girls. I don't know. That shit is just fun to me. We could do some shit like that where we like, pitching crypto to girls and be like, yo, what she think about this coin and shit, like just funny shit that's kind of around our niche, that's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? That's just anybody would be entertained by. And then the people that are curious about your main thing will just funnel in from there. You know what I mean? And then we host our WaveWarZ battles, on a consistent basis and stuff. And that's like our main thing. But like we still have these little side things that bring in these new audiences. So yeah, that's what I've been thinking, bro. Anybody that's on TikTok right now, that's kind of the strategy I'm gonna be running. I kind of change my schedule around a little bit, so I'll have time to experiment with this TikTok live thing and do these little experiments and shit. I like also that TikTok gives you clips. So like after the live, it'll like give you some the highlight clips or whatever. And you can go through a live and boom, 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 pick out the clips you want to clip. You feel me? And that shit is fucking fire, because at the end of the day, clips is like, shout out to Louis, what he was saying earlier, is the modern day Facebook ads. You know what I'm saying? Whereas folks, even though Facebook ads are very effective, if you don't have necessarily money and shit, you can fucking go crazy with clips, yo. Like you can go hard with clips. And as long as you create massive clips, and matter of fact, once you start having good clips, and like making money off your account or whatever, however you making money, use that money, invest in clippers, so that you're not even the one doing the clips. You're just boom, boom, content, and they're clipping. And that shit just can generate a crazy fucking what do you call it? Avalanche effect, snowball effect. That's the word I'm looking for. Whereas like you just got all these clips out all of a sudden, and everyone's like, yo, what the heck is going on here? You know what I'm saying? So like I think we can literally engineer blowing up on the internet, bro. Like I don't even think it's that hard as like people like to make it seem and shit. Like it's just look at the ones who've done it, look what they did, and like break it down to fit your mold and whatever it is that you do. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what I'm thinking, bro. But definitely love to keep masterminding on this shit, bro, because I think we all got the same type of goals out here. So like I think we work together on this shit, bro. We gonna blow up even more. And speaking on Louis' thing, another reason this guy Max and them blew up is because they had what's called Phase Clan. They had what's called a mastermind. A lot of people that blow up, bro, is from quote unquote these things called masterminds, which are people with similar goals that come together and build together. You feel me? Because if you just build it by yourself, yeah, you could do some things. But if there's, these other characters in the mix, and all these things going on, side stories, side plots and shit, bro, motherfuckers get invested. You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, we can get into this for real. But I see my G Cannon in the space, bro. Louis, bro, was gonna speak on the Phase Clan thing. Shout out to my G Tom Sozo Savage in the building. Quan, yo, I definitely need to do this quick battle, but we gotta say what's up to Louis real quick, and then we're gonna have the little quick battle intermission. Then we're gonna get back to it, man. What's up, Louis?
Wait, is Cannon in here? What?
Yeah, he is here.
Let's see what's up to Cannon, because I might talk a bit. What's up?
That's a bet. The Cannon.
Yo.
What up, dog?
It's good, man. The hyperbolic time chamber getting right.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel it, bro. Hyperbolic time chamber, bro. I don't know what that was supposed. I don't know if that's all you wanted to say, but let's get it, man. What's good, Louis? What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I mean, with the Phase Clan, like I don't know, like obviously 100% too much. I just know that they signed a contract that could be like, I guess, similar to like a 360 deal for musicians. And obviously, when you sign the contract, you don't really own like much of your shit, depending on what the contract is. So I don't really know like the details of the contract. I just know that they were protesting the mastermind, which was, I think his name is Banks or something like that. And obviously I know this because I'm on TikTok, right? Like, I have some accounts there, so I'll be chilling on my free time on TikTok. So honestly, I don't think your plan with a TikTok is bad. Live is a fucking like cheat code on TikTok, and initially that's how my other accounts got banned. I told you I created 3 accounts. I actually forgot to tell you, but I created my first account that I was actually trying this was actually a boxing account, a sports account. And I started to focus on only sporting niche, and eventually I went live. And so live is a cheat code, by the way. This is actually where most of the not most of for one specific account. Like I don't do this anymore because I got my accounts banned. But if there's some ways that you could possibly bypass. They might use AI now. I mean, they definitely use AI in order to catch these things. But if you go to live, so what I did for my boxing account specifically, and I didn't even know it was it was this cheat code of this, because as I told you, right, you want an account that's niched, and my account was very niched. I chose boxing and soccer, because I watch boxing and I watch soccer, right? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start clipping this, and then eventually there was a big boxing Canelo fight, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna, since I'm a sports, since my account is a sports account, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live and stream this Canelo fight, bro. I put Canelo versus I forgot who he fought. It was a Puerto Rican dude, which he won against, and so that first time, bro, just gained 2K followers, and the first time, I didn't even they didn't ban me, I didn't. I mean, they didn't usually they will so. They don't like when you stream copyrighted material. So whether it could be music, it could be a video. So as soon as they'll take your account, they'll take your live instantly, and they'll give you a strike. You can't have 3 strikes. More than 3 strikes, or more than 2 strikes, you're out. Technically, once you get the 3rd strike, you're out. So the first time went well for me. I was like, yo, and I realized that that was something that was that could grow my account, specifically the sports account. So I started to do it almost every single time. But the second time, they detected it, and then I got a strike 1, and that was my first time, my first experience. I was like, I wonder why. I started to do my research. I was like, wait, why am I getting banned? Why are they taking out my live? And then there's obviously copyrighted issues. It's illegal to do that. You can't record. If you have ESPN or something, some people don't have that. Some people have to pay for ESPN. So you can't. So boxing, I did soccer, I did basketball, bro. Because I started to focus on live sports. And then what I did after the first strike, I started, okay. I was like, they got this because of the logos, I was like, okay, so I started to cover the logos. I was like, I started to, I'm telling you, I started to experiment and see how can I have these shows for the people who are coming and watch my live, right? So I started to cover the logos. Eventually, I think the commercials were also something that has logos too, has some transition shit. I think that got me. So I started, I got banned again. I mean, my live got account again, and then after I tried again, and then obviously the 3rd strike, boom, that account, and I was like, I found the cheat code. I was like, and then that's when I was like, I'm gonna do it with my pet account, Luna's account, and that's when I did it with Luna's account. Right, and then that's when, but I started to test more though. I started to experiment more. What are they looking for? What is AI detecting? How can I bypass these things? And boom, 3 strikes again. After boom, Luna got banned. I did it with my main account. I was like, I can do it now. I was like, I found a way. I was like, I know how they can't detect me now. Boom, my account got over I think 5K on TikTok just in a matter of a month. We'll say a month because I don't really remember. I think it was a FIFA a tournament going on. And so there was games almost weekly or daily. It has to be less than a month, and boom, that account got banned. And that's technically I created another backup account. I did it again, and then after that backup account got banned, I stopped doing it because I was like, you know what, they're detecting my shit, and it actually takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort to build these accounts because it's not just going live, but it's also creating content for it. So then that way, when people do come and see you or see the account, they actually see some content, right? So yeah, so then that's initially how my accounts got banned. But yeah, TikTok is really like is really like something that could be helpful for anybody that's trying to like expand their digital presence online. It's just a matter of having a plan. Like Hurricane, I love the plan that you created. I mean, the idea that you created. It's a matter of having like a month schedule, a 2 month schedule. All right, what are we gonna do every single day that we're going live? All right, we can have skits. All right, let's do these skits. Let's do it. Let's make it funny. Whatever these cases. But if we're gonna remember first time, first impression, right? So it's good that we show our face every single day. People get familiar with it, but also they want to have a good experience with that familiarity with it, with that memory of it, right? That's how they'll continue to come back, and they'll know that this is a good let's say account, or this is a good team to actually follow and see what they're building.
Bro, I totally agree, dog. And I honestly, like, speaking of on the fights and people spectating sports from the live thing, and I understand why that would be a great appeal to people. But the beauty of what we have here is we've created our own live sport. We've created our own shit, bro. So like, we just got to figure out a way to present it so that it is digestible to folks. That's kind of what I was testing yesterday, and we about to get to Stormy with the clip I made with Stormies and
you want to present it, bro? Have stacks of, bro. I seen it. Have stacks of money, Just have it in the video and just start talking about how bro. I mean, people will show up on that. I seen it, bro.
Nah, thanks, bro. Yo, and then I actually, the kind of personality I have, I would do that and then like be like, yo, this is fake money, but you here though. You know what I'm saying? Like, but let's
immediately.
You said what?
They'll leave immediately, bro, because initially, bro, people want so because I'm also in the investment algorithm, and why I'm in the investment algorithm is because TikTok. Remember, I told you there's two algorithms: the algorithm that you post within, and then the algorithm that you see, right? And you don't have to like it, you don't have to do anything. Just the moment that you start to watch it, the time seconds that you start to watch it, TikTok is already gonna know which videos you like most. Because I don't like nothing on TikTok. Why? Because I don't want it to affect my algorithm like that. But I noticed that even when I watch certain things for longer, they'll give me more of that, and so yeah. So I'm also in the investment algorithm because sometimes I do see some game, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm saying this is some good shit. So yeah, people want to know how to make money, bro. People, and that's for everybody here on Next as well too. So if you can explain how WaveWarZ can make you money very efficiently, then I think you are going to be attracting people who actually want to invest their money, and not just invest, but even gamblers as well too, right? Because you're going to attract so many kinds of people.
Sauce, bro, absolute sauce. Let's say it was good to Stormy. What's up, Stormy?
Hey, I was just wondering, Louis, do you ever distribute your music to the TikTok platform?
Yeah, absolutely. To be honest, I just released my first because TikTok has a music distribution platform called SoundOn, and I released my first time Heartbreak on it, and actually that's also another musician. Like even though I'm on all platforms, so you can find all my music on TikTok, but if you release it specifically on SoundOn and the music is good, other people, because what that does is, I guess, it sends out to other people's accounts and profiles saying, hey, this is new, and don't even play it because it's connected to like TikTok. But yeah, I do have some music on TikTok, if that answers your question. But SoundOn is a key for any musicians out there.
Okay, I'll look into it. Thank you. I know that I have some, all of my songs actually have clips on TikTok or whatnot. If you want to make music, say you like Paid for Breathing and you want to make a video for it, have fun with it. It's on there. It's there for anybody to use.
Sauce on top of sauce, man. And I ain't talking spaghetti. Yo, mad fucking sauce in this space, bro. If you late like Maximilian, let's go Maximilian and Metaverse Slip. You know what I'm saying? Definitely check the replay, bro. Crazy sauce in this space. But yeah, yo, we gonna keep it cooking, bro. We got to do this quick battle here. We got my G Steve Strange versus Steve Strange right here today, bro. I don't know who put this in the queue, but shout out to you. Hey, pun intended, bro. But if you never traded on WaveWarZ before, I forgot. I need to put up the instructions, bro. I realize I gotta put up the instructions every day so that folks know where to find them and folks know how to trade on WaveWarZ. But it's actually very, very simple, bro. We about to go on WaveWarZ.com with a Z. We don't do no S shit. You already know the deal. If you on mobile, use the Phantom Wallet app. Go to the browser in the Phantom Wallet app. Type in WaveWarZ.com with a Z, and you'll be right there, bro. No big deal. And then boom, you're gonna see the biggest battle on the screen. It's gonna be called Celestial Rhythms versus At the Lion's Gate by Steve Strange. As you buy tokens, the price goes up. As you sell tokens, the price goes down. You are using Solana, so you gotta use the browser in a Solana wallet app. So like the one we always recommend is the Phantom wallet. So you go to the Phantom wallet, you go to the little magnifying glass. It looks like like a magnifying glass, and that's the browser. Then you type in WaveWarZ.com with a Z, and then you'll easily be able to connect your wallet, whether you want to watch or trade or etc. etc. This is how to do it. And like I said, as we blow up on WaveWarZ, it's gonna get more and more valuable knowing how to trade on WaveWarZ. I'm trying to tell you, bro. So take your practice shots. You know, we not playing with crazy amounts of soul right now, bro. We just, just understand the mechanics, understand how it works. So as we grow, and then once we get big, you already know what's up. You feel me? You already did the training rounds. That's why we do the quick battles every day, also to get folks used to the tech, etc., etc., and also, of course, to discover the fire music that folks cooking around us, bro. Anybody can add their music to the WaveWarZ catalog, and as people trade all your music, 1% of the trades goes straight to your wallet, bro. Plus the bonus at the end, whether you win or lose. What's up, Cannon? Also, I updated the bug, bro. I fixed it. So you should be good, Cannon. You should be able to upload your music now. But I see your hand up. What's up?
All right, two things. Like one is like I'm trying to figure out it's like 4 reposts. That's real wild. Feel me? That's one. Then two is like I can tell you how to get banned from TikTok at 2.5. Quick. I'll be very quick, yo. I had tainted something on live. I did something on live or whatever. They explicit drawing. They banned my shit 2.5. They ain't give me no warning. They just deleted my whole account, bro. Shit hurt my soul. But yeah, we back now. But don't ever do no explicit paintings on there. You feel me? And keep that shit clean. Yeah, I mean.
No titties on TikTok, bro.
Yeah, I did a wild Harley Quinn and Joker. I don't even want to get into it.
Oh man, bro, yo, I already know.
It look good though. It look good.
Do that shit on OnlyFans, bro. Have you OnlyFans with you?
Nah, man, OnlyFans wasn't. They didn't exist, bro.
But yo, why you can't going nuts? Hey, ask him for the picture if you want to see what he's talking about. Why this man got banned in 2.5 seconds. But either way, man, I'm about to start the battle up on WaveWarZ.com with a C as we speak, bro. And that was with a Z, bro. If you didn't hear me, shout out to my G Zol, bro. Shout out to the Zao originators of the WaveWarZ in the first place, bro. I was looking back at the song I made a year ago, talking about how WaveWarZ was gonna be, and then I was like, damn, it's literally like this. And back then, I had no idea that we was even gonna finish building this shit, bro. So it's like the shit we say in our songs, bro, the shit we put out there in the universe. I'm telling you, bro, it really comes true.
Destiny, bro. Destiny is a real thing, right?
Bro, you feel me, dog? You feel me? But the battle is up on WaveWarZ.com with a C. I'm about to put it up here on my screen. Hold up. Let me get in there real quick. And then we're going to listen to these Steve Strange. Yeah. I try to make it rhyme. But yo, shout out to our G Steve Strange, bro. This going to be Celestial Rhythms versus At the Lion's Gate. Let's get it, man. Here it comes. Dang, why are they not playing through this one? Hold on, hold on. Let's do riddles, let me straight. Oh, damn. Yo, Stormy.
Everything shifts like a restless tide. I'm not the same as I was inside. Redefine the divine, let the stars collide. Each answer a question, a loop we ride. Memories fade, but the echoes stay. Truth dances in the break of day. Energy abounds, we rise, we break. Strength in the heart, at the lion's gate. Courage burns bright, no time to wait. the spark, ignite the night. Through the fire, through the storm, we're reborn. Yeah, reborn. Every scar, every thorn, where's the crown we've sworn? Energy abounds, we rise, we break, strengthen the heart at the lion's gate. Courage burns bright, no time to wait. We're alive, alive at the lion's
Yo, that was tough, bro. 30 seconds left, or less than 30 seconds. Yo, Lionsgate was rising, bro, through that whole song, bro. Yo, Celestial Rhythms at 0.01, Lionsgate at 0.08. I'm scared, bro. What's he gonna happen in the last 3 seconds? 2, 1, boom. Battles ended. Lionsgate wins, bro. What a banger, Steve Strange. That song go, oh, yeah, that's one of them ones, bro. That's one of them ones. Shout out to my G Steve Strange coming through with the quick battle. I don't think that was a fair match, bro. Celestial Rhythms was just a different type of song.
Man. Yeah, I appreciate the whoever put that up in the queue. Appreciate the representation. I think most, if anything, that's what WaveWarZ is good at, being able to present, our music live like this, putting it out there. That's straight with me. But yeah, that first song is actually one that I made a year ago when I was just, testing things out. And Lionsgate is definitely one of my favorite ones I'm most fond of. And it's referring to a particular time of the year that's called the Lionsgate, is when we're like in the Leo season, at the Leo constellation around August time. And sometimes there's a full moon related, but it's a very unique energy portal throughout the year at the Lionsgate. So yeah, I appreciate it, man.
No doubt, bro. Make sure y'all withdraw at the bottom of the page. Don't sleep. You feel me? Make sure you withdraw at the bottom of the page if you was trading on WaveWarZ.com with a Z. You feel me? And also another bit of alpha, bro, that I'm just realizing right now. Oh, we got 3 viewers on Twitch. What's going on? Hey, okay, Aziz all in the building. He said, make the charts bigger. Damn, this is flames. Shout out to Aziz all, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you smaller. Damn, he said I should be smaller, the charts bigger. I feel that actually. I feel that. But either way, shout out to Candy in the building, yo. We gonna do that next time for the next battle. I was just moving way too fast. I got way too many things going on this screen, bro. So I was like, hey, folks, see the charts? It is what it is. You feel me? Let me get Candy up here. Long time no see. Candy on vacation, yo. She on paid leave. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Candy, bro. But yo, we keeping it lit. Either way, yo, that was a fire ass song, Steve Strange. I don't know what you're doing with that. It sounds like something that would be really good in sync. Like I can't tell you exactly where, but you know what I'm saying. Like that sounds like a syncable song. But yo, let's say it was good to Candy. What's up, Candy? How you feeling though?
I'm good. I'm still in Michigan here. Got some snow on the ground. Yeah, good. It's a little cold here. It's like 20 something here, but it's good. Chilling. I finally was looking at the clock in time to catch the space.
Let's get it, yo. I feel like you relaxing, chillaxing, all cool, sitting on the b-ball outside of the school with a couple of guys who was up to no good, down to making trouble in your neighborhood. I'm just waiting. He's out doing the Fresh Prince song.
Yeah, I got these little kids around here running around acting wild.
See, I told you. But yo, shout out to Candy in the building. Good to see you out here. We definitely we've been cooking up, you know what I'm saying? So I know you know about the new battle that's coming up. We got the next battle. Next battle is ready. Both artists have confirmed, you know, the next what's today? Today's the 31st. Probably by the 2nd or 3rd, we're gonna release the Kraken. You know what I'm saying? For the next big battle. But yeah, bro, I'm hyped for that, man. I'm hyped for that and everything that's cooking up on the back ends. We had a great conversation with Louis today, bro. Louis, especially because he was just coming through with the sauce. Steve Strange came through with mad sauce earlier for your link tree, a better, you know, new and improved link tree. That's in the bubble below in the bottom right. And then also Louis came through with the sauce as far as like how to blow up on TikTok, etc., how to blow up on all of these things. And yo, if y'all down to have some fun, bro, let me know. Cause like there's like we can blow up on TikTok and that should be fun. It doesn't have to feel like a grind. You know what I'm saying? Like we can literally just have fun. You feel me? It's like this shit will blow up. And like I have an idea. I have a lot of ideas actually. So if you're trying to get on the TikTok live game with me, I'm literally changing around my schedule. My only thing is I need to figure out like how I can make sure, you know, I can get back for the 11 a.m. space. I might have to move it to 12 EST, 1 hour behind because of the things I need to do in the morning. I'm going to do everything I need to do in the morning. And then that way, you know, once I get in the space and then after the space, I can go straight to the TikTok live and, you know, we can just be cooking all day. You know what I'm saying? Making moves, etc., etc. So, yeah, that might be the only new switch up. I might have to move the spaces back an hour, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see if the schedule still fits with the regular time, and then you know we'll move from there. But I'm hyped, bro. Either way, we gonna make it something work. Something gonna shake. That's all I know, man. So yeah, appreciate y'all coming through. We're gonna be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. EST because tomorrow's New Year's Day. I think a lot of stuff is closed. I don't know. You tell me. But either way, we're gonna be back here tomorrow, 11 a.m. EST. And yeah, that's it, bro. Shout out to Steve Strange for taking the dub over Steve Strange today on the quick battle. And we're gonna see what pops up in the queue tomorrow. Cannon, let me know. Let me know if you're able to get in on that, bro. Let me know if you're able to get on the what's it called, bro? Because shit, I'll put you in the queue. I'll put you in the queue, Cannon. You know what I'm saying?
I'll try later, after work and shit like that. I'll try so I can see what's up. This shit gonna be practice though. It ain't nothing I would use for a battle.
This guy practice, bro. Practice. Yo, what's up, Steve?
Yeah, no, I really don't need practice for real. Like I just get straight to it. But you know, in this case, you know, I figured I don't want them to feel like they coming in on the middle of the movie. Like it's good to start from the beginning so they can see what my style was before we get to whatever is next.
I feel that, man. Man's moving strategically, bro. But yo, I was also thinking, like I said, we start running these quick battles on TikTok Live too, with the visuals and everything. You feel me? And I think that shit will cook. You feel me? So I'm thinking about doing.
It would.
I agree, bro. I agree. Like with the music and everything, and the folks can see it on the screen, the charts and shit. Yeah, bro, we can definitely cook like that. What's up, Steve?
We have something that nobody doing, bro.
I agree, bro. I agree. Like in that entertainment aspect, Louis was talking about how he was streaming the fights. Like we stream WaveWarZ battles, bro. And we have the charts on there. You know, we cooling with the people in there, you know, having a good time and shit. And we can run quick battle.
But the reason that worked was because the fights were like
huge,
trending.
Huge,
so
yeah.
people were searching on it. So that was also key of like how the lives were popping.
Totally agree, bro. But in due time, bro, give us a little time, especially when folks start, making their gains on the chart and shit. Folks, I'm telling you, bro, this shit is gonna spread its own self.
That's why initially I think you should have like a stack of money, like, but not just a stack of money for show, but actually, bringing that value of like, this is not just like for show. This is actually for real. Like you guys can actually, but I think WaveWarZ is also more than that. So you just gotta kind of like package it in a way that that's really digestible for these TikTok viewers.
Totally agree, bro. That's the next step, figuring that out. How to make it super digestible. But we got Steve Strange with his hand up. I heard real quick, one last thing. If you get 10K followers, you can do what's called TikTok Studio, where it's like it gives you like more optionality and stuff. Like we could like literally embed the chart there on the screen and shit. But I gotta figure out how to get 10,000 followers. That's what we gotta figure out first. You feel me? But let's say it was good to Steve Strange. What up? What up?
Yeah, I mean, going on what Cannon said earlier about finding ways, doing stuff that no one's ever done before, and we definitely on that, on that trail right there. We're picking up on that. We're sniffing that out. But I wanted to give him a huge shout out, man. He dropped a fire ass video. I put it in the chat bubble. He got a new music video out, and I was speaking of like doing things that nobody ever does. And if we can increase this video enhancement, shoot, if I get time to start up my YouTube channel next year, I mean, I'll be having some 5 videos too. You know what I mean? So we can drop even more visuals out there. But yeah, shout out to Cannon on that music video.
Appreciate it, bro. Definitely appreciate it, man. I'm just trying, show levels. All right, it's gonna be through these next couple of weeks when this 2026 shit hit, you're gonna see levels that you ain't never seen. Right? And I plan on just showing better than I can tell, man. That's it, bro. Even with collectibles, bro. Like, the whole point of everything is, we not evolving, bro, and showing people a different fucking path with this shit, like. Even throughout these battles, like, I don't want it to just be a battle and then we done and then we move on. Like, I'm about to show y'all a whole different blueprint that people gonna have to fucking follow. You feel me? Along with the WaveWarZ type shit or whatever, like, and that's just how this shit go, man. Like, y'all been showing us a fire-ass blueprint. It's only right that people keep reinventing the wheel, bro, and making people's life easier. That's how people gonna really gravitate. Let's do some shit. Let's do shit to make people's life easier. That's why we gotta have these crazy battles or whatever, where we all come together and we make a fire concert. That's how I look at it. My perspective is 2 artists that get together and make a concert. Like, anybody that Louis put against with Louis, that's good. You already know that's already good. That's good money right there. Same thing with me. You put somebody else with me that's a good rapper, like, oh shit, we got a good concert. That's how we gotta keep this shit going. I feel like we got the people. No Sweet Gang got nothing but people that's artists in there. I know artists. I just be waiting to see what the playing field looking like, because if people not afraid to battle me, then they'll be like, all right, they come in, I can bring a fire lyricist I know can beat me in the battle. Like, I got those type of people that can beat me in the battle, and I can say that. You feel me? Like, because I know that. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro, it's gonna go up, bro. This shit is going to incline, not a decline.
Incline, not a decline. Interesting thing though, a real gym tip I can give y'all real quick though is, if you're gonna do chest, don't just do regular bench. Do incline and decline. That will get your chest better than if you just do regular bench. That's actually a little bit of sauce on G's. But yo, what's up, kid?
I was about to say, I'm proud of my daughter saying I got boobs. She only 3 years old.
She said you got boobs. Oh no!
3 years old, bro. Like, I want to throw her somewhere, but she's too cute. You know what I mean?
Hey, bro, yeah, you got to get on them declines, my G. You got to get on the declines, and
I'm about to go do some push-ups right now.
Let's get it, bro. Make sure you do the cardio too. That'll help you out as well. You feel me? But yeah, man, that's a whole nother topic. Shout out to my G Stilo, man. So many dope people coming through, but I really got to close the space, because I think, speaking of the gym, I think they closing early today. So I got to get in there early, get my shit in, and then get back to work. I think I might even go TikTok live tonight. So if anybody down, bro, let me know, bro. I think I'm gonna come up with a fun ass idea we can do, and then it's gonna involve random people. It's gonna involve going on random people's lives and like just talking about the shit we doing over here and seeing how people react. You feel me? I think that's gonna be fun. But what's up, Katie? What's up?
Yeah, there's been like my husband and a couple other people have mentioned like, doing like WaveWarZ like Kill Tony style. Like, I don't know what way did they do that? I think they like pick somebody out of the.
No, where'd she go, bruh? Right when the sauce is coming, bro. What the heck? That's like the waiter is coming to bring your food in.
Pick somebody out of glad bag. I mean, not a glad bag. You know how they do a hat, like names and shit like that. Like it'd be random names. Whoever go, they put their tracks out there and they just go for it on the spot.
I think. Oh, okay. I think I get what she's saying. I don't know if you back Candy if you can say it instead of me translating. Damn, it looks like she rugged, bro. That's it.
Yeah, Kill Tony. Yeah, it's actually like a show. He's been doing it weekly on Mondays, and basically like he will have everybody that wants to enter can enter. They put their name on a slip, and then like he picks it out of a bowl or a hat. And now it's like people, like 300, 400 people, and like they just, all these comedians wait at the bar across the street or like across the way or in like an area. And then if you get your name called, you go up. And then if you're really good, he gives you a golden ticket. And then like you can keep going up every time that you want, So like, but, it's like, it's scheduled, because obviously there's like, like maybe 20 people, 30 people with a golden ticket, etc. So, yeah, it's a really cool idea. I was even thinking about doing that in the metaverse, like if you want to perform, like, you pick a name out of a hat and you come up, you rock it, you show your music video or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of really good ideas. So, Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Steve Strange and Patricia and Cannon. What up? Maximilian.
It's actually Maximilians. Actually, Maximilians. That's what she told me the other day. But shout out Patricia in the building. You already know the deal. Shout out to Savage. Hi, Kiefer. See you in this thing, bro. But what were you gonna say, Kenan? Because y'all just gave me a great idea. But I'm gonna say it after Kenan.
I wasn't gonna say none. I just said it was good to Steeler.
Yes, sir, bro. But that's a fire idea, bro. Cause like, we could 100% do that. Like, we could be like, come through if you got music, and we gonna pick two random people, and we gonna do a WaveWarZ. Boom, right there in the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's absolute sauce, bro. Matter of fact, I need to figure out, cause like, okay, there's two ways we could do this, right? We could do it to where like they gotta join the WaveWarZ catalog on Quick Battles, etc. Like they gotta have their shit on there, and then we pick the songs from there, or we just run it like they gotta send us links. Like people just send us links after we pick their names out the hat or whatever, and then we play their music. I think the second way is easier, but the first way has more longevity. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We might do both. We might do a mixture of both. But I think the second way will be easier in the beginning, like when people are just getting used to WaveWarZ, have no idea what the heck we doing out here. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the move. We'll just we'll have a space. We'll be like, okay, we can even start it with like us. You know what I'm saying? Like, put your songs or songs in a hat. I don't know. We could do it digitally though. That's the point. Like, I feel like the Crypto Tony guy, they probably gotta have a venue and stuff. But we can do all of this digitally, like for now at least. And what's up?
What's crazy?
What's up?
What's crazy too is like he like numbered his episodes, so I think he's on like 1,100 or something like that.
Yeah,
something crazy. So he's been doing this for like 10 years, and he actually started out in LA at what was that place? The Comedy Store, I think it's called. But yeah, it was on Sunset and stuff, and it was like, yeah. And then COVID happened, and they moved it to Austin, Texas, and like Austin is just like everyone's going there now to like be, do comedy and stuff because they have like a really cool little strip of like live venues and stuff, and obviously music's really good down there, food's good, and yeah, they call it the Golden Triangle, like Dallas, Austin, and forget the other one. Maybe Houston.
Houston? Maybe? You forget? Yo, don't you ever put disrespect on the H like that, my G. I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's cool to see like the whole episode thing, and it's like he's like around 1100 or 1200 or something like that, and you're like, damn, dude, damn, the guy's been doing it for 10 years, and that's what it takes, like 10 years just to like master something.
Facts.
And then, yeah. So Super Wednesday's on 206. So I think by the time Super Wednesday at 1,000, dude, your boy's gonna be
balling. You already know. Shout out to IG Stilo, man. Yo, my Wednesday brother, bro. My Wednesday twin. Today is Wavy Wednesday, though. As we speak, I was gonna drop a song, but I told me and my engineer are gonna make it a little better. It's already lit. Like I was literally listening on repeat yesterday, but like I'm like, yo, let's make it it's too lit to where it's like, yo, we have to drop the absolute greatest possible version this song could ever be. So like, there's a few little things that I'm like, yo, let's make it a little more lit than it already is. So yeah, new song not gonna drop today, probably next week, next Wednesday. I want to get the song with Louis too, bro. I was listening to it again. I was listening to the snippet, bro. That shit is hard, bro. We can't sleep on that, bro. We can't sleep on that, bro. We gotta. I'm telling you, we gotta drop that bitch, bro. We gotta drop that bitch. Let's chop it up on. I got your number, etc., etc. Let's sort that shit out, bro. I got somebody who's down to mix too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. We could really make that shit a banger, banger, bro. But yeah, shout out to my G Louis, bro. And then what else I need to say? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I might catch you on TikTok live later. I'll make a post here on my X, let folks know if that's where we're gonna be at. But yeah, bro, we're gonna have some fun in that bitch, bro. We're gonna have some fun in that bitch. So that's it for today. Y'all have a beautiful ass day. Keep cooking, keep doing your thing, keep striving, bro. You already know. Hit me up if y'all need anything. Let's go up, yo. Space closing in the next 10 seconds. Feel free to say whatever you need to say. Space closing in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deuce.